and Quarry Workers Union, the Ghana Private Road Transport Union, the Teachers and Education Workers Union, the Union of Industry, Commerce and Finance Workers, Cocoa Research Institute Workers Union, Local Government Services Workers Union, General Transport, Petroleum and Chemical Workers Union, National Association of Registered Midwives, Ghana National Association of Teachers, Union of Informal Workers Associations, Civil and Local Government Staff Association, Pre-Tertiary Teachers Association of Ghana, Judicial Services Staff Association of Ghana, Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, Ghana Federation of Labor, National Association of Graduate Teachers, the Industrial and Commercial Workers Union, Ghana Mines Workers Union, Railways Union of Ghana, Union of Professional Nurses and Midwives of Ghana, Ghana Federation of Disability Organizations, Medical Laboratory Professionals and Workers Union, Health Services and Accountants Unions, and then we have the last of it, the Workers of National Lotteries. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairman of the Planning Committee. We want to reiterate the announcement that drones are to be flown at the back. Please, this is a no-fly zone for drones. Please. Yes, as my co-MC said, I am Rebecca Kranabedu, the Vice President of NAGRAT, and also the Assistant Headmistress of GSCS Takoradi. At this point, I want to invite the Chairman of the TUC in the person of Brother Bernard Owusu to give us the welcome address.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Nananum, Honorable Ministers of State, distinguished captains of industry, the Secretary General, leaders of organized labor, comrades from the organized labor fraternity, friends from the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, fellow working people of Ghana. On behalf of organized labor, I warmly welcome you all to this year May Day celebration here in KOFORIDUA. May Day is a proud moment in the life of every worker, a day to honor the dignity of labor, recognizing the sacrifice and renewal of our commitment to a just and prosperous Ghana. Your Excellency, we acknowledge the effort made to restore microeconomic stability. These gains are important and they provide a foundation for progress. For without the Ghanaian worker, there is no economy and there is no nation. However, stability must now translate into real impact in the life of our people. We are confident that under your leadership, this next phase, growth, job creation, and sustainability, livelihood, will be received the urgent attention it deserves. In this regard, the resilience of our economy depends on how effectively we manage critical sectors such as energy and agriculture. When energy fails, industry slows. When industry slows, jobs suffer. And when jobs suffer, families feel the pain. Fellow workers, distinguished guests, the issue of galamsey still remains a menace and must stop now. Despite ongoing reforms, we are losing this fight, and we cannot afford to lose our future. When rivers die, industries, agriculture, investments, and jobs all decline, leaving the Ghanaian worker to bear the cost. This is why our stance on galamsey remain uncompromised. Equally, fairness in the workplace must remain a priority. A nation that respects its workers builds productivity, stability, and peace. These and other matters will be addressed more fully in the statement of organized labor to be delivered by the Secretary General of TUC, Brother Joshua Ansah. Your Excellency, we are honored by your presence and grateful for your continued engagement with the working people of Ghana. Today is not just a celebration, it's a shared commitment to building a Ghana that works for all. It is now my singular honor to officially welcome you to the 2026 May Day celebration. Comrade, once again, you are all welcome. Thank you. I wish you all happy May Day. Long live the Ghanaian worker. Long live Ghana. Forward ever and backwards never. Thank you so much, and may the good Lord bless us all.
Thank you, Brother Bernard, for the welcome address.
Thank you very much. We are going to sing solidarity song, and we sing this song translate, and then when we get to solidarity forever, we hold our hands to show it up. So the band will first. When the union inspiration to the everything flag shall run. Shall we please run? Solidarity forever. That's right. Solidarity forever.
Behold our house. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity ever for the union made. Solidarity, forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. What makes us strong?
The union makes us strong.
Joboy!
Yay!
Joboy!
Yay!
Thank you very much. Please be seated. The program continues. We shall invite the Secretary General of the Trade Union Congress, Brother Joshua Ansah, who is also the spokesperson for organized labor, to give us the workers' message. This is the message for all Ghanaian workers combined in the minds and in the heart of the prophet of the union, Prophet Joshua Ansah, not TV, that's Joshua Ansah, prophet. Please,
before he comes, there are few individuals we have to recognize. We have the Council of State member for the Eastern Region in the person of Madam Evelyn Krang. Yes. We have the Deputy Finance Minister here with us. We also have the former National Chairman of TUC, Mr. Alex Nyapon. We have government spokesperson, Honorable Felix Fosukwache. We have the president of CLOSAC, and
Brother Benjamin Otu is also present here. We will continue with
the rest after the Secretary General has spoken. The prophet.
Oh, shall we make some noise for the prophet?
Yay! Original.
Yes, thank you. Okay. Master.
Thank you very much, Comrade Andy and Becky. Comrades, I remember when we visited His Excellency some few weeks ago, and Labour was interacting with him. At a point, the President told me that, Joshua, you are delivering the State of Labour address. So today I've assured him that though it's long, but it's going to be the State of Worker in Ghana's address. That is Organized Labour May Day statement. Comrade Chairman, Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana and the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Honorable Minister for Labour, Jobs and Employment, Honorable Minister for Eastern Region, Honorable Ministers of State here present, Nananum and Nanahimanum, officials from the Presidency, President of the Ghana Employers Association, leaders of organized labor, immediate past and past Secretary Generals and Chairpersons of Organized Labor and TUC, our doyens, fellow workers, ladies and gentlemen, I join the chairman to welcome all of you to the 2026 National May Day Parade. A very special welcome to President John Dramani Mahama to the National Parade. Your Excellency, we appreciate your presence and we look forward for your message of hope to Ghanaian workers on this auspicious occasion. Your Excellency, organized labor is equally gratified and grateful to you for hosting us at the Jubilee House on March 17, 2026 and giving us the opportunity to discuss pertinent national issues, including salaries, pensions, and other labor market concerns. It is our hope, Mr. President, that government and organized labor will continue to have such regular interactions, and work together to solve problems. This way, we can maintain and even strengthen industrial harmony in the country. Comrade Chairman, I now turn our attention to the theme of this year's celebration, pivoting to growth, jobs, and sustainable livelihoods beyond macroeconomic stability. The jobs and employment crisis. Your Excellency, among many other things, this theme seeks to launch a national conversation about jobs or employment. I say with no fear of contradiction that decent employment or lack of it remains one of the most significant economic and social problems in Ghana, and it has the potential to transform into a political problem if it remains unchecked. We are almost at crisis level, Mr. President. But this year's theme further invites us to move beyond economic statistics and indicators. It calls on us to recognize that macroeconomic stability is not an end in itself. The real test of economic policy is whether it improves the lives of workers and citizens. Does it create jobs? Does it raise incomes? Does it secure the future? Does it build sustainable livelihoods? If it does not, then stability, however important, remains incomplete. Your Excellency, the employment crisis can be framed as follows. Despite consistent output growth as measured by gross domestic product for 4 decades, young people educated at a great cost to their families and society cannot find jobs. That is commensurate with their education and skills. Delivers fair incomes and benefits. The problem is exemplified by the fact that young graduates have to wait for 5 years or more before getting their first job. Your Excellency, a second dimension to the employment problem is the poor quality of existing jobs. Greater proportion of people who have jobs earn low incomes, so low that they cannot take good care of themselves and their families. Majority are not registered for social security and therefore cannot contribute contributing to pensions. They work long hours in unhealthy and unsafe environments, and their poor quality of existing jobs has meant that many that are working are continuously looking for new jobs. This, compounded by employers who are constantly transforming existing permanent stable jobs into fixed-term contracts with inferior benefits. Brother Chair, comrades, the over 500,000 young people that recently applied for recruitment into the security services highlight the magnitude of the employment problem we have on hands. The Ghana Statistical Service estimated overall unemployment rate of 13%. Youth unemployment is a staggering 34%, and the data further shows that for people in employment, nearly 80% are informally employed. Your Excellency, the employment challenge is both colossal and difficult. The challenge is not only unemployment, it is also that many of those in work remain insecure, underpaid, and insufficiently protected. They work full time, yet struggle to afford food, rent, transport, healthcare, utilities, and education. Your Excellency, having a large pool of educated young people roaming the streets and sitting idle entails substantial waste of human resources. These young educated Ghanaians are denied the opportunity to realize their potential and contribute to nation building. Our society is not reaping the much talked about dividends of the youth board. Quite the opposite. Educated, jobless, and frustrated youth has become a ticking time bomb. Mr. President, when we work together as we must, we can ensure that this time bomb does not explode and that Ghana can reap the full benefits of growing and educated young population. The failure of our economic policy. Your Excellency, the employment problem did not just pop up. It has festered for many years. We in Labour have blamed the problem on economic policy. In the mid-1980s, Ghana, along with many African countries in Africa, was forced to implement structural adjustment program. The structural adjustment program was based on neoliberal economics, which forced the state out of economic activities and deployed market forces. And since then, all our economic policies have been neoliberal in form and content. Your Excellency, structural adjustment and all successor policies made economic growth measured by gross domestic product a topmost priority of economic policy in Ghana. The policy goal is to achieve macroeconomic stability, which is loosely defined as the attainment of positive economic growth, single-digit inflation, stable exchange rate, and positive balance of payments. Employment is missing from the framework because it is assumed without any evidence whatsoever that growth and macroeconomic stability automatically lead to the creation of employment. Your Excellency, this assumption has been proven completely wrong. Since 1984, the Ghanaian economy has registered growth, reaching a peak of 15% in 2011. Between 1986 and 2025, economic growth in Ghana averaged about 5.2%. In fact, between 2010 and 2013, average around growth rate was 9.6%. In these 40 years, we have also accustomed to celebrating macroeconomic stability. Price inflation has been relatively stable, and so is the CD exchange rate. Today, we are celebrating the lowest inflation since the 1960s. The exchange rate has achieved significant appreciation against major world countries and currencies. However, as we have enumerated above, there is hardly any evidence that GDP growth has created decent employment in Ghana. Our good set of macroeconomic indicators have excluded employment. Comrades, economic growth without jobs is exclusion. Stability without livelihoods is incomplete. An economy that grows while workers remain insecure is not yet an economy that has fulfilled its social purpose. Your Excellency, while economic growth has not been entirely jobless, as previously assumed, the employment response has been extremely weak. The few jobs that have been created are of low quality. People undertake such activities primarily because their options are limited given the lack of good jobs. While that an economy that has been growing consistently for more than 3 decades failed to create enough good jobs for its population that desire to work. How do we explain the contradiction of a robust economy unable to provide quality employment for its people? Your Excellency, the answer to these questions lies in the economic policy we have pursued in the last 4 decades and the level and nature of economic growth we have achieved. The neoliberal economy reforms of the mid-1980s reversed the negative growth of the 1970s and early 1980s. However, it failed to transform the structure of the Ghanaian economy in ways that would have produced quality jobs in sufficient quantities. Economic growth has been too sluggish to meaningfully transform the structure of output and employment. Also, growth has been led principally by the production and export of natural resources and raw materials. These activities hardly create decent employment. Your Excellency, in the last 40 years, China achieved average economic growth of 10% compared to our 5% average growth. More importantly, China's growth has been based on manufactures. Ours has been fueled by production and export of natural resources and external aid. The gains from economic growth in China was shared through mass employment. This explains the phenomenal transformation of Chinese economy and society. Addressing the employment challenge requires policies and actions that will boost the demand for labor. In simple terms, Ghana must move beyond economic stability and accelerate the pace of economic growth. But economic growth must also be transformational. Growth anchored on the production and export of natural resources cannot give decent employment. Employment must remain central to economic policy. The quality of work must be treated as a development metric. Sustainable livelihood must become a real benchmark against which economic governance is judged. Your Excellency, Ghana must manufacture something. We must do agro-processing. We must manufacture some of the basic products that we import. The large volumes of import that have saturated our market mean we are exporting jobs. Ghana can create employment in the right quality and quantity if we can manage to produce a significant proportion of what we consume. For this to happen, we need a hospital economic policy framework that supports sectorial diversification and makes domestic production feasible and profitable. The current framework exclusively rewards imports and punishes domestic producers. Your Excellency, government must prioritize support to the private sector as a cornerstone of our quest to end the employment debate. We support the effort by government to directly provide employment to our young people, but in the medium to long term, the private sector is the solution to the employment challenge. The Ghanaian private sector is severely burdened. Government must actively support the private sector. The private sector must find markets either internally or externally for what it produces. The export market is difficult for most domestic firms. Unfortunately, the domestic market has been taken over by imports. This is the result of an unbridled trade policy. It is the reason we are not manufacturing anything. We must change it. We cannot produce export champions that are so badly beaten on the domestic market. If you do not change our trade policy, the emerging 24-hour economy market will join Melcom and China shops in selling imported products. Government must also intervene in the money lending market to bring down interest rates despite the decline in inflation at the Bank of Ghana prime rates. Lending rates have remained high. Government must seriously consider capping the spread between the lending and deposit rate. This could have the twin effect of stimulating savings and bringing down lending rates. We must work together to secure long-term patient capital at affordable rates for our domestic enterprises. Your Excellency, the effort to create decent employment must also address concerns over productivity. Most people, including the unions, agree that productivity is low in Ghana. We have previously proposed a productivity week in which the social partners highlight the issues and agree on a roadmap for improving productivity every year. We have further proposed a 5-year program to drive productivity in Ghana, with a year-long program of simply creating awareness of productivity. Mr. President, we urge your government to consider these proposals. Your Excellency, in 2015, you launched Ghana's first employment policy. The overall objective of that policy was to adopt intersectoral and integrated approach to achieve decent, productive, and freely chosen employment for all Ghanaians who are able and willing to work. Today, we have so many able and willing Ghanaians who cannot find decent employment. We urge government to work with the social partners to revise the national employment policy as part of conversation on jobs and livelihood. Let our message today be clear. Ghana does not need macroeconomic stability alone. Ghana needs stability that creates good quality jobs in their right quantities. Ghana needs growth that raises incomes, that improves and stabilizes livelihood. As I bring my address to a close, permit me to draw government attention to some of our major concerns as workers of Ghana. The first issue is the persistent low wages and salaries of Ghanaian workers. Mr. President, the minimum wage is still 21 cedis 78 pesos per day, or 588 Ghana cedis per month. In 2026, the minimum pay on the single spine is 809 per month. This translates into $75 per month. Mr. President, we repeat, these low salaries are barely insufficient for a worker who takes Hausa cocoa for breakfast, who also takes gobe for lunch, and because there's no money, he will take another Hausa cocoa for dinner. How workers on this salary pay for food, rent, clothing, and utilities for themselves and their families remain a puzzle. Your Excellency, welcome the initiative to establish the Independent Emolument Commission. We are only skeptical about the proposal to phase its implementation. While this commission can help address the pay inequalities in the public sector, it may not in itself address the old age problem of low pay. We therefore appeal to your government to work with us to adopt a proactive income policy as a foundation for the work of the Emolument Commission, an income policy that addresses the basic needs of workers and their families, and that policy must be a living wage. Comrades, the second issue relates to pension. Pension coverage remains low and at less than a fifth of the eligible population. Significant proportion of people on pension receive less than 500 Ghana cedis a month, which is less than $50. Inequities in pensions have persisted. The least pensioner gets 400 Ghana cedis, while another pensioner gets about 213,000 Ghana cedis a month. The situation where some public officials do not contribute to pensions but retire on their salaries is no longer tenable. Your Excellency, you need pension reform. Pensions unification must happen under your leadership. It will make a big relief to the already stretched government budget. Your Excellency, we have on several occasions expressed our happiness with the growing government control over the management of Senate. We have also expressed our dissatisfaction with the decision to move pensions from the Ministry of Labor, Jobs and Employment to the Ministry of Finance. Government did not consult organized labor about this decision, and the Minister of Finance has since not also met us over pensions. Yet, NPRA, without any ministerial communication, is proceeding with so-called engagement to amend the Pensions Act. We reiterate our call for a national stakeholder engagement on pensions. But let me take this opportunity to commend the government for paying its indebtedness to SNAC. They say, I buy and the SNAC which are indebted now. But what I'm appealing and urging government to do is to pay the penalties that has also hit. So, Mr. President, this is a special appeal. You have paid the try and pay the penalties as well, so that you can have money to run the Senate. Mr. President, railway company in Ghana, we think it remains one of the engines for development. And the issues about railway is still not resolved. Salaries are in arrears, so many things are happening in railways. I don't believe and I don't think that you will watch railway no more functioning in this country under your watch. I believe you believe in Ghana railways. That will help in the development of our country. If you can also push them under the big push, railways will come back to its life, and our roads will be saved. Your Excellency, my third issue is one which is dear to the hearts of all workers. It is about labor rights. Mr. President, in the last few years, we have witnessed a surge in labor rights abuses. Workers are victimized for opting to join or form a union. Some employers have turned redundancy into a pathway for labor substitution. Workers are declared redundant, and shortly thereafter, the same job reappears under private employment agencies or outsourced arrangements, often under inferior conditions and weaker protections. We have repeatedly complained about the operations of employment agencies. They administer payroll, exercise control over placement, and shape contract of employment. Yet, both the agencies and the client enterprises deny employer responsibility when disputes arise. This leaves the worker in legal limbo, uncertainty as to who truly bears legal accountability. In the public sector, we are witnessing increasing politicization. Workers are being promoted, transferred, rewarded, and punished on the basis of their actual or perceived political views. The usual excuse that the other party or government did same is inexcusable anymore. because it places the country and its institutions on the road to the abyss. Mr. President, you are uniquely positioned to resolve or to reset the country away from this path. Your Excellency, you need to work together to conclude the reform of the labor law to give workers more and stronger protection. We are appealing to government to adopt a policy that will compel employers to give a worker a reason for terminating their employment. Government must invest more in social dialogue by providing more resources to the institutions for social dialogue. Your Excellency, organized labor sincerely commend you and your government for revoking LI 2462, which had permitted mining in forest reserves. But Mr. President, mining is still ongoing in our forests and river bodies. If you do not stop, Ghana will not have rivers in the next few years. Organized labor is urging you and your government to lead a final onslaught on Galamsey. It is our duty to owe to the future of the country. You have your back, Mr. President. The sight of young nurses and teachers marching through the streets of Accra, asking either to be paid, to be employed, their salaries is heartbreaking. At the last negotiations, we agreed to a party 9%, Mr. President, to enable government recruit trained nurses and teachers. Mr. President, do whatever you can to give our young nurses and teachers a lifeline employment. Given that we need more teachers and nurses. Fuel prices are rising across the world because geopolitical conflicts are disrupting key supply routes. The situation is already affecting jobs, livelihoods, and overall economic stability. It is time to build energy sovereignty to ensure availability and affordability of fuel products. Government must support BOS, Energies and TOR, the state entities at the forefront of our energy security. We must strengthen our refinery storage and transport capacities. Mr. President, the issue of cocoa, the country in a watershed moment, and for the first time in living memory, producer price of cocoa has been reduced. This is painful for our cocoa farmers and their families. But even more painful is the situation where cocoa is not being bought again. This is having a toll on the well-being of morale of cocoa farmers and their families. Mr. President, government must step in immediately to assist Cocoa Board and the produce buying companies to buy the stockpile of cocoa across the country. Your Excellency, organized labor remain committed to dialogue and partnership. We seek genuine, timely, and structured dialogue that aims to solve problems. Where workers are denied meaningful space for engagement, tensions will inevitably deepen. Let this May Day be remembered not merely as a national parade, but as a defining moment, one in which we begin honest conversation about jobs and livelihoods and commit to put our young women and men to work. Finally, on behalf of the leadership of organized labor, I would like to thank the chairman and members of the National May Day Planning Committee who worked tirelessly to ensure a successful May Day celebration. I wish all the working people in Ghana a very happy May Day celebration. Long live the Ghanaian worker. Long live organized labor.
Long live.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Original Shege. Indeed, the state of employment. How did you even term it? State of the workers' address. That's a good one. Please, let's give him a big round of applause. The Secretary General of TUC has just finished espousing the issues of workers. Thank you so much. Your Excellency, union leadership, permit me to introduce the custodians of the land. Oman penyin na oman mpenyinfo a wɔwɔ ha etitu na union mpenyinfo ɔyɛ eku edwumaku mpenyinfo a wɔwɔ ha yɛda nyame ase paa dɛ ɔde hɛ bɔpɛ koforidua kurom ha na anɔpɛ awiabiri yɛpɛ dɛ yɛda mpanyinfo bi edi ɔma hene a ɔma hɛnkwan ma yɛaba kurom ha na yɛregye hɛ nwa dɛ edwumayɛfo ɔman edwumayɛfo ahemfo na titiri a wɔpɛ ha aba ahema afiafiaw a wɔnam ehu dɛ inyaw eyimo wɔyɛ Ghana mbesiafo a wɔtsempa wankasa ende wiabi yareda omahin oye new job in traditional council one omahin oye dasibre Nana Dr. Kweku Boateng III. He's here with us. And na himfo na bogwafo na pamfo na hima fiafiawa waka hu ma wobe nana yadawase yama wakwaba ya bompe de nyame ma won kwatantan na bi nyina yaba agehemfiawdo yadawase.
Thank you very much, Becky. The program is going on, and we have one or two people more to introduce. We have in our midst the Deputy Minister, the Deputy Finance Minister, Honorable Thomas Nyakwampem, is present here. You're welcome, sir. Honorable Henrietta Brew appear upon legal advisor to the President. Madam, you are please welcome. We also have in our midst our friend and brother, Honorable Felix Kwache Ofosu, Minister for Government Communication. Comrade, you are welcome. We also have here the Honorable Minister for Youth Development, Honorable George Opare Ado, Esquire. Pablo. You are welcome, sir. Honorable Julius Deborah have been introduced already. But Papa, on behalf of our team, we want to also wish you a happy birthday. And may God bless you and let you live long. Ghanaian workers support for you to live long. But if you finish, bring some of the cake. Bring some of the cake to the PUC. Thank you very much, sir. We will humbly now also introduce the former Minister for Finance and currently the Presidential Advisor on the Economy, the man who picks the budget and Ghana will shake. Honorable Setepe. Honorable Setepe is here. He picks the budget and we are all shaking what is coming on. So Ghana is in KOFORIDUA and KOFORIDUA today is Ghana. We will privilege to invite the Honorable Minister for Labour. The Honorable Minister is also an MP for Wa Central. Honorable Rashid Purple, Minister for Labour, Jobs and Employment. He has a word for Ghanaian workers, and I say, please, you have the platform. Should I say child labor away? Please, you have the platform. Child labor away, forced labor away. The two of them combined away. Honorable.
Yeah.
You use this one.
No, okay.
Which one?
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, President of our Republic, our hard-working Chief of Staff, Ministers of State, leaders of labor, and captains of industry and employers, our members of the diplomatic corps, Nananom, our cherished workers who are all gathered, ladies and gentlemen, a still good morning to you all. Today, as we gather here to commemorate the importance of this very unique occasion, a May Day celebration, we celebrate the resilience of our workers, the dedication they offer in the service of this country, the invaluable contribution to the service of this nation and to the development of our country,
we continue to build a sustained economy and a unique nation in the continent of Africa, and providing the leadership to the African continent. We do so because of committed leadership, and a committed leadership because we have a leader whose leadership is a symbol and defined by unity and inclusiveness, and especially to the commitment of workers of this country. It is my great pleasure and honor to introduce this leader, who is a statesman, who is a father, whose over 30 years of commitment to leadership in his life has been to see the progress of this nation. The one I'm introducing does not need to be introduced to any Ghanaian. He has been around, he has been a committed person, he has shown distinction, and workers all over the country have seen what we have done in the last 1 year. Because of the kind of leadership we are provided, Ghana has stood unique in the continent of Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, would you join me to welcome this unique individual to address to present the keynote address to this year's May Day celebration, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Dasibre Kwekubuating, Omahini of the New Jobbing Traditional Area, Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Deborah, Minister for Employment, Honorable Dr. Rashid Pelpo, Regional Minister, Honorable Rita Awati, members of the Council of State, Ministers of State and senior government officials, members of Parliament present, Chairman of the TUC and Secretary General, and members of organized labor, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, our beloved Ghanaian workers whose labor and toil we are celebrating today, friends from the media, good people of Ghana. I bring you fraternal greetings from the government of Ghana to all of you gathered here this morning at the Jackson Park of KOFORIDUA. First, let me extend my heartiest congratulations to the leadership of the Trade Union Congress and organized labor. By bringing this national celebration to KOFORIDUA away from the traditional confines of the Black Star Square in Accra, you are sending across a powerful message. You have affirmed that the Ghanaian worker is found in every corner of this country, and that every region is a vital heartbeat of our nation's life. Ghana is indeed not just Accra. Decentralizing the celebration is a testament to the Resetting Ghana agenda. It reminds us that development must be felt at the doorstep of every Ghanaian citizen, whether they are in the bustling streets and markets of Accra or in the serene hills of the Obotabri Hills in Eastern Region. My presence here today continues a journey I've been on all week, a journey of listening, seeing, and acting. This administration believes in an inclusive government. We believe that the mandate given to the President is a sacred one, and that he must work in the best interest of all Ghanaians. This week I visited the Accra International Airport to inspect our gateway operations and break ground for a new concourse that will link Terminal 3 and Terminal 2. I've also been in the Volta region to check on the progress of work on Phase 2 of the Brekusu Sea Defense Project. I also took the opportunity to visit Fuveme in the Anlor district, where tidal waves are wreaking havoc on our people's livelihood. And just yesterday I was in Akosombo here in the eastern region to inspect the damage at the Volta River Authority Electricity Generation Station following the devastating fire in the switchyard control room. I know many of you are concerned about the disruptions to the electricity supply caused by the Akosombo fire. But I want to share the good news that the GRIDCO and VRA engineers working together have been able to bypass the burnt-out control room and have restarted all the 6 turbines at the Akosombo generating station. And so as of last night, the Akosombo hydroelectric dam is fully operational. I wish to use this occasion to celebrate the engineers of GRIDCO and VRA for the hard work and ingenuity they put into restoring the hydro plant to full operation. These engineers are a living testament to the fact that Ghanaian workers are the nation's most valuable asset. GRIDCO and VALCO, are you here? GRIDCO and VALCO workers, are you here? Aiko. Following today's May Day celebration, I'll continue my 2-day Resetting Ghana tour of the Eastern region. This tour will culminate on Saturday, tomorrow, with a citizens engagement town hall meeting, where I look forward to engaging directly with students, mechanics, teachers, nurses, traders, and traditional and religious leaders of this region. Fellow workers, the theme for this year's May Day, Pivoting to Growth, Jobs, and Sustainable Livelihoods, Resetting Ghana Beyond Macroeconomic Stability, reflects exactly the roadmap of my administration. When we took office, our first task was to stop the bleeding, to stabilize the currency, to rein in inflation, reduce interest rates, and restore fiscal discipline. That was the message I delivered to you when we met at the May Day celebration last year in Accra. Today, I'm pleased to report to you that we have made very good progress. We've restored fiscal discipline, we've reduced inflationary pressures, we've stabilized the cedi, we've reduced interest rates, and we've renewed investor confidence. These gains, though modest, mark a decisive turning point for our economy, and we continue to move from recovery to transformation, from fragility to resilience. We've made significant strides, but as I've always said, macroeconomic stability is desirable, but it is not an end in itself. Stability is the foundation, but it is not the house. The reset we speak of is about building the house on a stable foundation. It is about shifting from merely surviving to thriving. It is about moving from debt distress to economic surplus. Having successfully restored macroeconomic stability through our Resetting Ghana agenda, we are now aggressively pursuing growth and job creation. We will not just manage the economy, we will expand it to create jobs and prosperity for the Ghanaian people. Our mission is clear. We want to turn stability into opportunity. Under the Resetting Ghana agenda, we will continue to prioritize the creation of decent jobs for our youth and Ghana's workforce. By investing in value addition and the digital economy, we will ensure that the Ghanaian worker is not just employed but empowered. A stable economy is only the foundation. The aim is a better life for you and your family. The Minister of Finance will soon present the new economy policy of Ghana to Cabinet and Parliament. This policy aims to focus on investing 1% of GDP annually in selected growth areas of the economy that are high yielding in job creation. The 24-hour economy policy recently approved by Parliament is a flagship of our growth strategy. We are moving beyond the 8-hour workday. In the manufacturing sector, we will provide tax and other incentives to industry and reduce power costs for companies that operate multiple work shifts. We are nearing completion of a new labor bill that addresses modern trends like remote work, the gig economy, and digital platforms. This adaptation will ensure that every worker, regardless of sector or geographical location, gains protection, fair contracts, and access to benefits such as secure pensions and clear rights. Our Resetting Ghana agenda ensures that whether you work in an office or you work with an app, your rights are protected, your pension is secure, and your dignity is non-negotiable. The Fair Wages and Salary Commission has begun work on the proposed Independent Emoluments Commission. This new commission will create a new and fairer system for remunerating all public workers, from the president right down to the lowest paid Ghanaian worker. We intend to use the constitutional review process to remove the distortion created by Article 71 conditions of service and emoluments. The Independent Commission will provide a fairer, more transparent salary structure that ensures that public sector salaries align with market realities, reducing strikes and worker uncertainty. This is a reset of the compensation structure to ensure fairness, transparency, and a living wage that reflects the true cost of living. Since the pension reforms were implemented several years ago, we have not conducted a review of the new system. Many years after the introduction of the tiered pension structure, many workers still complain of inadequate pensions. We are commissioning a review of the operation of our pension scheme, after which consultations will be held with organized labor and stakeholders to decide whether any modifications are needed. Agriculture and value addition. For farmers in the eastern region, our Resetting Ghana agenda means shifting from exporting our raw cocoa beans to processing these beans locally. Next year, we intend to achieve 50% local processing of Ghanaian cocoa beans. By supporting local agro-processing hubs, we're creating sustainable livelihoods for the youth in our rural areas. I launched the Farmers Service Center in Afram Plains recently to help our farmers expand their cultivation area, increase their yields, and improve their incomes. Ladies and gentlemen, as we pivot to growth, we must protect the human capital that drives it. A reset Ghana means a healthy Ghana. Government has worked very hard to revive many state-owned enterprises that were previously in a state of collapse. I'm pleased to inform you that Tema Oil Refinery is back in operation. Government has recapitalized the Agric Development Bank and the National Investment Bank. The Tema Shipyard is bouncing back, and many other state-owned enterprises are now running more efficiently. Ladies and gentlemen, I urge the TUC and organized labor not to sit back and look on aloof when management and governing boards are mismanaging their enterprises. Because when these enterprises collapse, it is the workers that suffer the most. And so when you see things going wrong, don't sit aloof. Point it out and make sure corrections are done. Ladies and gentlemen, we are considering absorbing the Western Rail Line under the Big Push program. The completion of the Western Rail Line will open up the bauxite and manganese concessions in the Western Corridor and also make it easy to transport our cocoa beans from the plantations to the ports. Will also make it easy to transport our cocoa beans from the plantation to the ports. The launch of the National Workplace HIV and Wellness Policy early this year, together with our focus on the Occupational Safety and Health Special Task Force, reflects our commitment to the Ghanaian workers. We're intensifying factory inspections to ensure that no worker loses their life or limb in the pursuit of their daily bread. Furthermore, the digitization of labor compliance through the National Workplace Compliance and Safety Management System will ensure that employers can no longer cut corners. The government is also expanding access to quality healthcare and facilities by constructing and equipping district, regional, polyclinics, and SHEP compounds. We have strengthened and improved the National Health Insurance Scheme, and just a few weeks ago I launched the free primary health care program. I urge all Ghanaians to take advantage of these healthcare interventions. When your healthcare workers organize health screenings either in your community or at your workplaces, please take the opportunity to get checked at least once a year. All Ghanaian workers, please, when they are doing the screening, go and check your high blood pressure, your sugar level, check your vitals at least once a year. To ease the backlog of SHS and tertiary graduates who have completed school and are still at home, we have given clearance for the employment of 20,000 teachers and nurses who are currently at home. We've also given clearance to employ 40,000 security personnel at a rate of 10,000 every year from 2025 to 2028. This will help ease the backlog of our young children who are sitting at home with no work to do. We recommit to the fight against corruption. Those who serve in public office must be prepared to be accountable to the people. The Public Officers Code of Conduct Bill is expected to be passed by Parliament at this next session. This will codify the conduct of public officers and issue guidelines on conflict of interest. A new assets declaration regime will also be approved by Parliament in order to ensure that the assets declaration regime is made more meaningful. I want to thank the Chief Justice and the Judiciary for setting up the newly created additional high courts. From this year, persons indicted in the Auditor General's report will be prosecuted in these new courts, in addition to the Auditor General's power of disallowance and surcharge. Ladies and gentlemen, recently there have been legal disputes about the constitutionality of the Office of the Special Prosecutor. While some of the issues are pending appeal and Supreme Court interpretation, government believes that there is space for an effective Office of the Special Prosecutor with special powers of prosecution. Government has, through the Attorney General, laid a bill in Parliament to give legal effect for the setting up of regional tribunals. These regional tribunals will help to speed up the system of justice. To the TUC and all sister unions, you are our partners on this journey of reset. I thank you for the industrial harmony we have enjoyed so far. I know the sacrifices you've made, and I know that the road to recovery has been steep. But I wish to promise the Ghanaian worker that as the economy grows, you will be the first to benefit. We are not interested in growth that stays at the top. Growth must filter down to the pockets of the Ghanaian worker. That includes the teacher in the classroom and the technician at Akosombo. KOFORIDUA is known for its resilience and its beauty. Let the spirit of KOFORIDUA inspire us today. I thank the TUC once again for bringing us to KOFORIDUA. And as I continue my tour of this region, meeting with the chiefs and people, I'm reminded of why we do what we do. We do it for the young graduates just come out of school seeking her first job. We do it for the retiree who deserves a pension that can buy more than just medicines. We do it for the progress of our country, Ghana. We are resetting this nation for a quantum leap beyond the stabilization of the past towards a future of shared prosperity. To the workers of Ghana, you are the heart of this nation. You are the hands that build our schools. You are the minds that heal our sick and the souls that sustain our democracy. And so on this auspicious day, I salute you, I thank you, and I assure you that Ghana will rise and we will all rise together with Ghana. Happy May Day to you all. Long live the TUC. Long live organized labor. Long live the Republic of Ghana. Thank you very much.
From Ghanaian workers, 3 big bosses. So all of us will rise and then we'll begin with the right, come to the left, and the third one will go bossa. They are giving the president 3 bosses. Let's all rise. Let's all rise wherever we are.
We will start from the right, bossa. The second one is bossa. The third one will resonate the right and shake. Bossa. That's that. 3 buttons for the president. Go! Bossa! 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 Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We want to introduce to you Dr. Graham of Fair Wage Salary.
Dr. Graham.
Dr. Graham.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. We see you soon.
Thank you. All the announcements on your door.
We also have Madam Welbeck of the National Labour Commission. Ma'am, we are so grateful that you are here with us.
Thank you.
On issues.
I think that I'm with President. What they can do.
President Ondika.
Okay, so we also want to recognize the presence of Mr. Magashi, the former chairman of the planning committee. Magashi, please, let's see you. We are so grateful that you are here. Thank you so much. Comrades, it's time for an important exercise. That is where we give the awards. Yerma workers. So we have quite a tall list. Therefore, please, planning committee members,
help us.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We are going to be very, very fast today. Very, very fast. Yeah. Very, very fast. So you will come, okay, the award will be given to the president, and then you will receive it this way. And photographers, get ready. We are doing this in the record time. 15 minutes.
The list is quite tall, so we will have 3 personalities come help us, and the final one will be for His Excellency to present.
Yeah.
Okay, so
the list.
Yes. No, we have the regional minister and other people helping us first. So the last set will be. Okay, so okay, so we have the last bit for the Chief of Staff and His Excellency. Okay. No problem, no problem. Today is your day. Every problem is solved. President on the car.
Yes, Shatia, the list.
But the list is.
When
Okay.
So President.
Yes. Okay. So the first. Yes. So President will shake hands. Will give the awards.
Okay, please. His Excellency is here for you. When you take your award, you come up and shake hands with him.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Right. The award will come on. We will invite the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra. He will receive the awards, and then the President will do the handshake. Oh, Papa Nakasopie. Thank you.
Yes, so we have Sister Phyllis. We have the first award going to His Lordship, Brother Justice
Philip
Bright of Jusak.
His Lordship, Brother Justice Philip Bright of Jusak. Please come. It will be followed by.
To be followed by Sister Phyllis Ajeman.
Sister Phyllis Ajeman, come. TUC. Sister Phyllis Ajeman.
We also have Sister Helena Kobler of CBMUW.
Sister Helena
Kobler.
Yes, please be here.
Sister Helena will be followed by Brother Ganiu.
Sister Phyllis.
Ganiu Rahman.
Sister Phyllis, come, go to the back. The next one is Brother
Rahman Ganiu.
You pass behind us, then go and okay. Then the next one is Sister Linda Chinibua.
Sister Linda Chinibua
of Health Services Workers
we want
Union. Sister Liz Chinibua.
We have Brother Makofori Asante.
Brother Makofori Asante, the General Secretary of the Timber and Woodworkers Union. Brother Makofori Asante.
We have the Holy Angel in Unionism, Brother Eric Agbe Kabonu.
Angel Kabonu.
Former Nagat President.
The next on the list is Sister Harriet Annan.
Dr. Harriet Annan
of Nagrat. Dr. Harriet Annan of Nagrat.
Please.
The next after Dr. Annan is
Brother Benjamin Jano. Brother Benjamin Jano,
also of Nagrat.
We also have Sister Joanna Poli, also of Nagrat. And then we have Brother Prince Kwachi of Nagrat. And the last
Brother Prince Kwachi
of Nagrat. And then Brother Salifu Zila, also of Nagrat. Please. We have Sister Dorothy Kwating of Nam Ghana. Sister Dorothy Kwating of Nam Ghana. We have Sister Fredria Nyakun Ajiman, Nam Ghana. We have Sister Juliana Opokulabi, Nam Ghana. We have Brother John Smith Okai, CWU.
CWU, Communication Workers Union. Patience, all award winners will take a photograph with the president. Yes. The man is available. So just exercise some patience.
All award winners, please, when you take your award, please hang round.
Yes,
in front
Sister
so that we can
Fedua.
have the pictures really quick. We have Brother Muta Goligu of CWU.
Communication Workers Union. When you take the award, pass the back.
We have Sister Rebecca Kwachi.
Sister Rebecca Kwachi.
Kwashi.
Yeah, that's Kwashi.
Kwashi, GTPCWU. We have Comrade Nasuru Isaka of Gao.
Comrade Nasiru Isaka, the first national trustee of Gao. Musa, yeah, Bogan Abba himself. Musa is.
So we
Becky,
have
Rebecca.
Sister Rebecca, we've mentioned her name. Sister Rebecca Kwashi, GTPCWU.
Yes.
We have Comrade Nasiru Isaka.
Comrade Nasiru Isaka, first trustee of the General Cultural Workers Union, GAU of Ghana Cocoa Board.
We have Brother Kwachire Okran Nana Tofu the second of Tewu.
Nana Tofu Tewu.
We have Sister Comfort Zuga of Tewu.
Also, we have a special person here today, the former senior vice president, Anglo Gold Ashanti, Brother Eric Esubontin, comrade. Comrade, please come. Former senior vice president, Anglo Gold Ashanti, Eric Esubontin. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Comrade Esubontin. We'll continue with Brother Eric Nana Fredria Ajiman of Tewu.
Sister
Rebecca Youngson.
It's your turn now.
Sister Rebecca Youngson, beautiful dressed. Yes.
Brother Martin, good news. Brother Martin, good news. Yes. Brother Martin, good news. I have congratulations.
Brother Martin, good news.
After Brother Martin, Sister Linda, get ready.
Let's follow.
Sister Linda.
Sister Linda. Sasa.
Sister Linda Sasa. The next is
Unico. Brother Patrick.
Brother Patrick.
Patrick
Your
Mason.
Excellency is waiting for you.
Then followed by Brother George Kalizi, GMWU. Brother George Kalizi, GMWU.
Brother Kalizi, George. Congratulations, George.
We have Brother
Eric.
Okay, Eric
Obenteng
of GMWU. We have Brother Yadombuache.
Brother Yadombuache.
Then we followed by Sister Evelyn Asante Obo Bisa.
Sister Evelyn Asante Obo Bisa. From which union?
PSW.
Public Services Workers Union.
We have Brother Samuel Ofe Kwansa Nagrat.
Brother Samuel Ofe Kwansa. Hold on. Nagrat.
Brother Ofe Kwansa Nagrat.
Samuel
Ofe Kwansa, yes. We have Amoro Monica Atule from
UPNMG. Hey, it didn't be well. Then,
teacher for
if you can read, thank a teacher.
Thank a teacher.
Yeah.
Brother Kidima James. Brother Kidima James.
The next one is Brother Lexington. Get ready. Brother Lexington.
Brother Lexington. Amu.
Next one. Thomas Kwame Ifi. Thomas Kwame Ifi. Followed by Brother Emmanuel Ablode. ICU, Industrial and Commercial Workers Union. Brother Morgan Aweni. Congrats.
Followed by Sister Grace Ekua.
Sister Grace Ekua, ICU.
Sister Juanita Sewa
Abampa. Sister Juanita, the next. ICU.
Sister Emma Edinam Awukuti.
ICU. Sister Emma.
We also have Mr. Moses Robert.
Mr. Moses Robert Aniba, Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association.
And Mr. Isaac
Kuchiti, also a registered nurses and midwives. Then one list is finished. It's also finished.
we have brother
Our draw of two public utility workers union. Brother Tibanos.
Mr.
Patrick Tete, Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association.
We have Mr. Lawrence
Bakwi, also of Ghana Registered Midwives Association. Bakwi, the DPO.
Mr. George Dasta. We also have Mr. Solomon
Ajo, Achaho, Solomon Achaho. Solomon is followed by Koli, Local Government Services.
Brother Public. We have brother Emo.
Koli, Brother Frank Kofori, before Brother Lawe. Brother Frank Kofori, after. So, Brother.
All of Cocoa Research Institute.
Brother Godfred Osei Kudoto. Brother Godfred Osei Kudoto.
Yeah.
We have Brother William Yabua.
Osei Kudoto, also from Cocoa Research Institute of Ghana, Craig.
We have Brother Evans Ado.
Brother Evans Ado.
Sister Helena Shreme. Sister Rita Nyama. Brother Christian Doti Agobandapoy.
Next on Craig is Sister Helena Treme.
Brother Christian Doti Agobandapoy.
Helena Treme. Sister Helena Treme. Sister Helena Treme first. Then the last one for Craig will come.
Rita Nyama.
Sister Rita Nyama.
Is taking
the last one for Craig.
Then we have Brother Christian Doti Ago Vanderpoy.
Brother Christian Doti Ago Vanderpoy, Uni-Agis of GFL, please.
Brother Christian.
We have Brother Ebenezer Edu. Nana Sewa Ampim Osei Tutu.
Ebenezer Edu. Brother Ebenezer, do. We are collecting for Brother Ebenezer.
Nana Sewa Ampim Osei Tutu. And the last person on our list who is also celebrating her birthday today, retiring today, is from Pritak, Sister Heidi Dankwa. Sister Heidi Dankwa. Is she here? Yes. Today is her birthday. And
is she coming very fast? Then it is finished. So
Sister Heidi Dankwa.
Yeah.
Now all Sister Heidi Dankwa, please. All award winners, please come and then have a photograph with His Excellency. This will be followed by
the National Chairman, the Secretary General, the Minister, and then the Chairman for Forum.
All the
award winners. Get yourself closer to the left or right. Left or right. Don't come to where the leaders are. Left or right. Get yourself somewhere.
This will be followed by doyens. So please.
After this, all doyens will take photograph with the president.
After doyens, we have the planning committee.
That order.
And then after the planning committee, we have leadership of organized labor.
In that order.
And after leadership of organized labor, we have the MCs.
All award winners, please, 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 go back this way. Go back this way. You two come. Show your award. Show your award. Let your award be in front of you. Open up. Open up. Those here, push here. Go. Those here, also go. You will all appear.
Please, doyens, get ready.
Go. Okay.